can I ask you about the submersible? Because there's new information, for instance, about the submersible that the Titan. That we heard it went immediate. We didn't know what happened. Then we heard it went. It was an immediate event. Then we heard maybe not. The latest is maybe it wasn't an immediate event. Do you have a take on that since you've worked with submersibles? And I don't know if you know the people who were doing the
I
Titan.
know two of the people on board were friends of mine, P.H. Nargelet and Hamish Harding. So that was one of the worst weeks ever last year when we found out what was going on. And listen, that needs to be investigated. At that depth of water, when you have a catastrophic implosion like what happened, based on what you could see of the wreckage, it happens instantaneously in microseconds. Now, this submersible was built in a way that it had sensors in the hull that could actually tell you it had some problems. Also, apparently, based on previous dives, the hull actually made noise. All of these things, frankly, are ridiculously bad things to know.
Yeah.
That your hull is making this noise, or that it has to be built with sensors in it to give you an idea of when it's going to implode. These things should be built that there's never, ever a chance of imploding. And that's the way, up until this incident, our industry is practiced. Because for a fact, no other submersible, deep diving submersible, has ever failed like this in history, because this one was built completely against all rules. So while they may have been aware that maybe they heard this cracking, maybe these sensors did sound an alarm, nobody's ever going to know that, because the only people who would know that are the 5 people who are on board who are now dead. And I can assure you, when that moment came, it was so instantaneous, they would have never have known about it. And for me personally, who knowing 2 of these people, I'm relieved by that.
Yeah.
And I hope the families realize that as well.